and then the 3 workstations back here. If there's any photos you want me to take, I'll do them with. I've got the wide-angle lens on here.
Cool.
Which is essential for up here.
That's what you mean about the sort of limited visibility in terms of what the pilots would be looking at. I mean, they're really small windows, aren't they?
Very small, yes.
And you get your third man here. So where would the other crew be? Through there?
No. There's so 2 there, 3 here, and there's room for 1 more here, and possibly 1 there.
Right.
I'm not sure if these fold down or whether there's part of the seat missing here.
Yeah.
But
and that's the sort of the
and then this is the
unused sort of bomb observer.
You can see the cushions there for the prone position that the bomb aimer would be working in.
Yeah.
But very rarely used. In fact, you can imagine the Black Book mission, 16 hours in an aircraft. How do you go to the toilet?
Well, yeah, that was my other thought.
Well, we have one of the P tubes.
Ah, right, okay.
So there's the P bladder.
That's how they do it.
And then there'd be, for a longer mission, there'd be a toilet located down there.
Ah, okay.
And then drop the curtains, so a bit of privacy, but of course there's nothing you can do.
That's fascinating.
And I believe the person who filled the bucket had the job of emptying it.
So where would you actually empty it? I mean, that's
well, once you got back to base.
Ah, so you'd have to obviously hang on to it till then. Okay. And I suppose these are all the little bits of technology that end up being put into the space program, I guess.
Yeah.
Very confined conditions.
So the right-hand workstation is the air electronics officer. Now, in XH558, he's the only one left in the back. All the workstation apparatus here is stripped out. There's nothing left in 558. This is all the old equipment, the old radar, navigation areas. You don't need all this. You've just got a couple of satellite navigation pieces of equipment, and they can find their way around the sky very easily. You needed all this equipment in the old days.
And without it, you are literally flying blind.
Yeah.
In real terms.
Yeah.
If there was a technical problem on board, is it purely by some simplistic navigation that they would actually find their way home? I mean,
I think so. I've no experience of it. I really don't know.
Yeah. But no doubt, with the kind of guys that you had flying these things, they'd figure it out, I guess.
Yeah. You can, if you carefully climb the steps there, you can, and mind you don't bash your head, you can look over the shoulders of the pilot and co-pilot's position. You can probably take a couple of steps higher.
Okie doke. So let me just climb up a little bit more.
So your head reaches the point of no return.
I'm with you. Hang on. Right, I'm with you.
Now you can see the engine controls. See those sort of silver controls in the middle? Those are the engine.
Yeah.
You know,
sort
you
of
can
fourth.
wind the engines up using those.
These are the four levers, sort of central.
That's right.
I'm with you.
The controls down in here. This is the fuel balance. The fuel is stored in about 20 different tanks in the wings, and the plane. The pilot and co-pilot can pump fuel from one side to the other, or from one tank to another, just to keep the balance of the aircraft as fuel is consumed.
And is there a specific place where the pilot would sit as opposed to the co-pilot? Would one be on the right, one be on the left, or?
I think the main pilot would be on the right and the co-pilot on the left, although I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. But they get to know each other pretty well, I guess.
Yeah, yes. Got to have confidence in your team.
Absolutely right. Just step down from here. Wow. Oops.
So you can see the sort of the control mechanism is a single joystick.
Yeah.
I was privileged to be in the cockpit and standing on the ladder when we had an engine ground run a year or so back, and they wound the engines up to 90%, but you get no sense of power up here.
Right.
Because all the noise is behind you.
Yeah, that rush of the engines. Yeah. Which I guess is what you needed, I suppose, isn't it, to keep your ears clear. That's an amazing piece of machinery.
Of course, this is all old technology.
And this is technology that they'd have been sort of putting together probably throughout the 40s.
Yes.
To then be able to get it going,
was
sort of.
applied to this jet.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's several very interesting books out on the development of it, and I think I'm right in saying that one of the prototype aircraft is at Cosford.
Right.
The RAF Cosford. It's a much smaller delta wing aircraft.
Right.
It was used in the development stage.
But it was one of the flagships of the Cold War.
Oh, indeed. So, let me take a shot of you, if I may.
Sure. No, that's amazing. Thank you for showing. It's incredible to think that it was not really that long ago that the Vulcan was built, but where we've come since then, based on the technologies of planes like this, is unbelievable.
I'm quite sure that some of the design of the stealth bomber owes itself to this.
I thought that very much when you see the design of the Vulcan. It is so similar to things like was it the Blackbird when it first came out, the big one.
Yeah.
That sort of wing design is so much reminds me of the Vulcan.
Yes.
And I can absolutely see what you mean, that this would be. Yeah, it must have had an effect. It must have had an influence on stealth aeroplanes that we've seen. Incredible. Brilliant. Thank you for showing me inside.
Okay.
That's excellent.